Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Yesterday, March 17th, 2016, it was reported that a cornerback for the Baltimore Ravens, the National Football League team, was critically injured in a dirt bike accident. I know on the screen it says motorcycle, but as we read the article, you will see that it is the Honda dirt bike he was riding, supposedly. This story comes just 9 days after the death of Dion Waiter's little brother, who was supposedly riding a dirt bike on the streets of Philadelphia when an accident resulted in his death. I have a video on the suspicious reporting in his death. I will link that video in the description if you have not seen it. This story today has several parallels. So let's just go through the details. The name of the player injured is Trey Walker. I looked online. I can't find a longer name. I can't find a middle name. This seems to be his birth name, Trey Walker. Trey Walker has gematria 44, like the kill number. The word kill equals 44. We routinely find this number in sacrifice, in death. The name Walker alone has gematria of 25. He wore the number 25 for the Ravens. Ravens in gematria equals 25. Trey Walker in simple English gematria sums to 134. I cannot tell you exactly what the number 134 means, but it's a number that routinely shows up in tragedy again and again. I document this routinely. I don't know the meaning of the number, but to find it here in this incident is no surprise. It's par for the course. The date of the accident has the following numerology: 56, 29, 20, 36. The numbers that stand out most to me are 29 and 36. Football equals 29. Football equals 29. And 36, another interesting number. When you sum 1 through 36, it totals 666, a number that was coded into the death of Dion Waiter's little brother. This happened on the 77th day of the year, March 17th, 2016. It happened 39 days after the Super Bowl that was won by the 39-year-old Peyton Manning in the rigged showing that it was. Today, March 18th, number 18 had a meeting with Jim Irsay, or I should say a press conference with Jim Irsay and the Colts, where they announced they'll be retiring his number and building a statue of him outside Lucas Oil Stadium. The thing about the Colts is they are originally from Baltimore, where the Ravens now play. John Elway was once drafted number 1 overall out of Stanford by the Baltimore Colts before being traded to the Broncos. Think about how Andrew Luck was drafted number 1 overall out of Stanford by the Indianapolis Colts, which resulted in Manning going to the Broncos to play under Elway. So anyway, let's read the article. Baltimore Ravens cornerback Trey Walker was involved in a serious motorcycle accident in Liberty City, Florida, on Thursday night and is in critical condition at a Miami's Jackson Memorial Hospital, a team spokesman said. Ravens Senior Vice President of Public Relations Kevin Byrne couldn't confirm the extent of Walker's injuries. The accident occurred about 3 miles from Walker's former high school, Miami Northwestern. So notice, an unnamed source says he's in critical condition. A named source says they can't say what kind of condition he's in. So it makes you wonder. Maybe he's not even really hurt. There he is wearing number 25. More from the article. Oh my God, this is devastating news, Coach John Harbaugh said. Now remember, John Harbaugh is not a good individual. The coaches in the NFL, they're all horrible human beings. They all accept big money to participate in a rigged sport that sells out the fans that are the reason that they have money in the first place. So these men are paid liars. Therefore, they cannot be trusted. I just want to make that point clear. So even John Harbaugh having this reaction, it doesn't mean anything. This man is a fraud of a human being. So are many others in pro sports. So John Harbaugh continues, our prayers and hopes are with Trey and his family tonight. Walker, 23, was heading westbound on Northwest 75th Street on a Honda dirt bike when he collided with a Ford Escape heading southbound on Northwest 21st Avenue. What's interesting about Ford is that it has gematria of 25 as well. In light of the other 25s we talked about, Walker, Ravens, the number he wore. collided with a Ford Escape heading southbound on Northwest 21st Avenue. According to the Miami-Dade Police Department, the accident occurred at approximately 7:50 p.m. Notice 75th Street, 7:50 p.m. This type of reporting is normal in mainstream media. Pairing the same number 2, 3, 4 times in an article. It was this kind of reporting that I looked at for years before I figured out gematria, what was coded within the words of the story. We'll talk about the significance of Honda dirt bike and Ford Escape in just a moment. So anyway, at approximately 7:50 p.m., and police said Walker's bike did not have lights and that he was wearing dark clothing. Remember, you can't trust the police either. They are in on these cover-ups. If this man really was hurt, for all we know, the police officer purposefully injured him. You know? The police not to be trusted, these overpaid celebrities not to be trusted. These are the liars, the deceivers. Moving on. The driver of the Ford Escape stayed on scene and was cooperating with detectives, and Walker was taken to Ryder Trauma Center by Miami-Dade Fire Rescue in critical condition, according to police. Walker was a fourth-round pick of the Ravens in 2015. He played only 8 snaps on defense as a rookie, making 1 tackle. Walker had dedicated his rookie season to his father, who died from a heart attack in 2014. The family spread his ashes off the waters in Miami on his father's birthday, which is 1 day after Walker was drafted by Baltimore. So that's also interesting reporting. A lot of times before these guys make it big to the professional league, to the collegiate league, they have the passing of a family member, especially the father. This is true of this man's past as well. So, Honda dirt bike, which he was supposedly riding in gematria sums to 66, just like Baltimore Ravens, a special number in the NFL. NFL in Jewish gematria equals 66. Remember, the first Super Bowl at the end of the 66th season. That was the Packers and the Chiefs. With regards to the 75th Street at 7:50 p.m., that makes me think of the Indianapolis Colts, who are originally from Baltimore. A lot lines up for the Colts for this upcoming Super Bowl. Let me show you something real quick on the gematria calculator. So, he was hit by a Ford Escape, right? Ford Escape has gematria of 47. The first Super Bowl was in the 47th season of the league. The coming Super Bowl is the 47th Super Bowl of the modern era. It's also Super Bowl 51. But get this. The word luck equals 47. Andrew Luck, the quarterback of the Colts, his father, Oliver Luck, show you the gematria of Oliver Luck. Oliver Luck played his entire career with the Houston Oilers. Houston's hosting Super Bowl 51. Now they're the Houston Texans. Houston Texans equals 51. They're hosting Super Bowl 51. That's the 47th Super Bowl of the modern era. Show you something else here. Houston as a city has gematria of 112, and so does Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck played his high school football in Houston. His father played his whole career there. Oftentimes, this kind of coding within the city, within the player, if you make enough connections, you can see who's going to be in the Super Bowl. A lot lines up for the Colts. And as a little clue, the last time Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl, Eli Manning, his little brother, won the next year. About 2 weeks ago, ESPN put out an article about how the NFL is a family league. And because Archie Manning lost so much, now his sons can win. A very suspicious article. What should Archie's losing have to do with his sons winning? But, as we've seen, Peyton and Eli now have 4 Super Bowl wins between them and even more appearances. Should Eli win this year, it'll be his 5th Super Bowl. Or for the brothers, their 5th combined win. Eli won last time after Peyton did. Don't kid yourself, the Super Bowl might be Giants and Colts in Houston. Anyway, that's another topic. I have more information. I just want to stick on the topic of the coding and what's relevant and how Baltimore relates to the Colts. The accident happened in Liberty City, Florida. Liberty City equals 58, like Freemasonry, a huge number on this last Super Bowl. Florida equals 38, another big number on this last Super Bowl. It was played on the 38th day of the year. Liberty City, Florida equals 96 like Freemason, and up above in the reporting, the streets mentioned were 75th Street and 21st Avenue. What's 75 plus 21? 96, that number for Freemason. So here's something else about 75, 750. New World Order equals 75. The New World Order is a Masonic Zionist order. It is the same gang of people who control the media, who control the sports leagues, who use them as an organized distraction to keep the manpower of this nation on their ass instead of fighting the tyrants. You know? People are pacified in this world. The manpower of the United States is mostly pacified with professional collegiate sports. New World Order equals 75. The big way, New World Order equals 174, just like Baltimore Ravens. See where I'm going? Baltimore Ravens, with the S exception, also equals 75. This Baltimore Raven was heard on 75th Street at 7:50 p.m. Honda dirt bike with the K exception also equals 75. He was on a Honda dirt bike. Again, he wore the number 25. 25 is also a number that connects to the Masonic Order Skull and Bones through gematria. This could be coincidence. I just document it. These Masons in high places have a lot of rule over a lot of things. In the Batman movie, when they show the stadium explode, they show the number 322, the number that identifies Skull and Bones, the Masonic Order. More reporting on him. They talk about his athletic ability and that he was the 16th cornerback drafted by the Ravens. They mentioned that he has a 33-plus inch wingspan, or arms that contribute to his 80 and 3/8 inch wingspan. 33, that reporting stands out. And just ask yourself, why do they even need to throw these details in here in light of him nearly being killed and supposedly in critical condition? You know, irrelevant. But that number 33, a number of sacrifice, think about Jesus on the cross at age 33. Read the end of this reporting. Walker acknowledged at the end of the season that the lack of playing time, he was inactive for half of the Ravens games, was frustrating. I'll just use that as an edge for me, he said. I'll learn from this season and hope that I can come back strong next year and get on the field and make the plays they want me to make. News of Walker's accident led some Ravens players to voice support for their teammate on social media Thursday night, and then they showed us a ton of tweets. With regards to him being the 16th cornerback taken, 16 also has the gematria of 33, 42, 96 Freemason signatures, going with his 33-plus inch arms. His birthday is August 5th, 1992, which stands out right away. 8-5 can be written 8/5 or 5/8. Remember, National Football League equals 85. These were big numbers coded into the Super Bowl that just passed, won by the Broncos over the Panthers. Von Miller, number 58, was MVP, something I said would happen, along with a Broncos win, along with a Black Panthers tribute. His birth numerology, he has birth numerology of 34, the murder number. It's possible that he has survived something that was meant to kill him. That's the one thing I can't tell you. Is this a faked injury, or has he really been hurt? If he really has been hurt, I don't think it was a dirt bike accident. I think that's the cover-up excuse coded by the numbers. So that's pretty much the extent of it. Just wanted to share this knowledge, show you what's suspicious. I'm going to link my video on the death of Dion Waiter's little brother in the description. I'll also link my How to Gematria video. And I'll be doing a lot more on the upcoming NFL season. Tell you what, I'm going down to Vegas next week and I'm placing my bets on the Super Bowl. But I'll do my videos after that. If you want the info I got, it's all on the blog. You can find it. All right, truth seekers, until next time.